What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Faraday Future, ticker is FFIE. I want to go over some of the recent updates, more specifically the definitive 14A that just came out, go over some of the data points and everything that you need to know. Make sure you guys first hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 6.54%, a little bit more of a sell-off, low being 26.50, high being just around 29 cents. At the time of doing this video, there is no press releases. There was a SEC filing submitted yesterday, so that was the definitive 14A that was done after hours. So that's also kind of what's sparking the downtrend, because a lot of people were under the impression that there was going to be no reverse stock split. So as you can see right here, it does say that the meeting is going to be held on August the 16th. You can participate if you were a holder as of June the 23rd, 2023. So if you recently bought Faraday, then unfortunately you're not able to really participate in this. But there is 5 proposed items, one of which I feel number 5 is going to be easily voted yes in favor, because this just basically means if the first 4 do not go in Faraday's kind of favor, then they can just re-adjourn it to another date, so potentially out 1 week or something like that. So not really that big of a deal, proposal number 5. But the first 4, again, those are things that you need to know. Proposal number 4 is that whole stock incentive plan. Proposal number 3 is to talk on the notes and the warrants that was issued on May the 8th. Proposal number 1 and 2, those ones are kind of sticky ones, because like I said, a lot of people were under the impression that they were going to kind of remove and take out the reverse stock split from this whole vote, similar to what happened with 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛, but it looks like they are keeping it. So anywhere from a 1 to 2 to 1 to 90 reverse split. And as well, they did recently add that amendment on here on how they're going to keep the authorized shares the exact same, but they kind of added proposal number 2. So this one is, even though proposal number 1 has that snippet that they're keeping the authorized shares the same, proposal number 2 is amending that. So whatever the ratio that they're going to do the reverse stock split as, this right here, so the 12.3 billion shares, they're going to take that and divide it by whatever the ratio. So for instance, if they do a 1 to 2, they're going to take this 12.3 billion share count, or a number, common stock equal count, or whatever you want to call it. They're going to take that divided by 2, and that is going to be the new authorized shares. So once again, just be aware that in reality, like I said, I think this is kind of normal, going to be very good for the stock, because bigger picture, at least getting compliance on the NASDAQ is definitely advantageous. But of course, the market doesn't necessarily seem to like that today. When it comes down to it, they'll go over some of the data points, including, for instance, and starting off with options activity. So today there is a grand total of $3,119 of calls being purchased as far as premiums. So of course, that's fairly good, a little bit low. But still $274 in puts being purchased. And total so far, all the options activity is working out to be around 91% bullish. So behind the scenes, clearly people do see this as an overreaction, and that there might be that continuation of FOMO, like I mentioned, up until August when phase 2 is going to be kicked off. And when it comes down to big money, these are all the transactions that have occurred on the secondary market. So no transactions since the 19th. So it looks like the 18th and 19th were pretty popular days for that. Latest round of 13Fs that show institutions getting either in or out. It looks like right here, so Cutler Group did increase both calls and puts and physical shares. It looks like this company right here, or this institution, did get out completely. Vanguard did increase, of course I already brought that up in a video though, but Vanguard did increase 126.22%, and that was disclosed on this 14th. All these transactions here though did occur in Q2. So once again, kind of just be aware of that. As far as these 2 indicators I like to look at, so the momentum indicator shows number of retail investors are clearly still getting into Faraday. So there's clearly a lot of good optimism in regards to the phase 2 really kicking off flawlessly. And I think people maybe aren't really that phased by the reverse stock split, maybe just a handful of people, but I could be wrong. Looking at Stochastic though, it is and does have a little bit more of a bearish sentiment right now, and it is currently at 61. So kind of neutral, but again, I think the broader market is just in panic mode right now, once again, because of Tesla earnings. So let me know you guys' thoughts. Keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. But a lot of people want to know, where is this going next? So it is currently at 26.74 cents. So it is between this R1 and the R2, which in comparison isn't that bad. My own thoughts, of course, on that. The spread is kind of narrow as well between the two. So you might have a continuation and a little bit more volatility, similar days to this in reality. But the next big support and resistance points that you need to watch for around the 26 cents is the R1. So that's the support, and 27.64 or around 27.5 cents is going to be that next big resistance point. So once again, just be aware of that. And like I said, just based on the kind of volatility today, it did have a high so far of 28.81 cents. So it has a lot of good opportunity and does want to break out behind the scenes. Just there's a lot of different factors at play, but let me know you guys' thoughts on that. I'll give you guys a quick overview of what shorts are doing today. So short score is currently 76, utilization is 94.68%. And as far as what shorts are doing today, they're increasing 1.35 million shares, which is kind of a drop in the bucket because there's a grand total of 236.56 million shares overall being shorted. So the 1.3 million is kind of nothing. 18.36% of the free float is being shorted. And I do feel once they do get to and start the phase 2 and everything, like I said, goes flawlessly, I do feel that shorts are just going to start to naturally leave on their own accord. So there might not necessarily be a mother of all short squeeze kind of scenarios that play out. They might just slowly exit, but you never know. If there is a surprise catalyst that does come out, then it could have a squeeze, because like I've said in the past, Faraday on paper does have everything required for a good squeeze. So it does have a fairly good cost to borrow. So the cost to borrow average is 8.93%. It does have a lot of shares being shorted, has a high utilization. The only thing it just really needs is a surprise catalyst to catch shorts off guard. So let me know you guys' thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts as well on this shareholder meeting that's going to be on August the 16th. What's your take on the reverse stock split? Do you think that is necessary? Do you think that they should just do what happened with Nikola and just take it off the table and risk it? Potentially, worst case scenario, going down to the OTC, so over the counter exchange, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's not necessarily the best, especially if you are an American. I think a lot of the brokers in the States don't really allow a lot of OTCs to be purchased, versus myself, who is in Canada. I can buy almost every OTC stock, the dirty stuff, which is the CE tag one, so the caveat emptor, meaning they're kind of extreme risk. But still, again, you kind of have to weigh out everything. Let me know you guys' viewpoint on that though. As well, proposal number 2 is a kind of an odd one. I've never really seen them do it this way. So it's kind of a little bit more of an honest approach. So reverse stock split, very negative. I feel that proposal number 2 is kind of positive a little bit. They're trying to accommodate. They clearly feel bad because of the reverse stock split, and they're trying to accommodate based on proposal number 2 just to, I guess, make people feel a little bit better. But no matter what, let me know you guys' thoughts on all of this. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing I just want to share with you, take advantage of this promo with Moomoo, link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for a free account. It does also give you $0 commission, free level 2 trading, but if you throw $100 at this account, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000 plus a $50 cash reward. So this is an amazing promo. Take advantage of this while you can. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Faraday Future.